Tonight, can I have one time? Tonight, God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Michelle Spiritual. I'm here to give you a word on some news on tonight. And most of it's update. So we're going to start with abortion ban. Abortion is still banned right now. They have 13 states that ban the abortion. So most of the abortion, are now banned in 13 states. Following Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe Wade, abortion also banned in Georgia. So in many states, the fight over abortion access is still taking place. Still taking place. In courtroom, have sued block enforcement of law that restrict the procedure. Other states have moved to expand access to abortion by adding legal protection. So Florida governor, he banned all abortions. So a lot of the governors that in the state, they're the one that signed off to ban the abortion. So you got 13 states signed off, and you got half of the states, you know, half of the states are still legal for abortion until they say so with the court order. So abortion law in each state after Supreme Court decision in Women Health Organization which ended the constitutional rights and abortion. So abortion, um, so about half of the state, are expecting, to try to ban on abortion or limit it on a procedure. So in some of these states, abortion remain legal. In half of the states, they remain legal because the governor have not signed off on it yet. So these states, abortion remain legal for now as court determine whether ban can take effect. Now, abortion remain legal in the rest of the country, but in many states have evolved new protections since and since they had banned the abortion. So there are 13 states, 13 states ban abortion, and half of the states are legal for abortion. You know, so I block the enforcement of the law that banned abortion. So when a mother's life is at risk, she would need this procedure done. The following why the abortion should remain for all women and all across the nation to have this procedure done. So one, life threatening or facing serious health risks. You're gonna need this procedure done. Two, complication of a pregnancy. Sometimes you have complication with the pregnancy, and sometimes the baby will not make it. You will have to have this procedure. Or else, they're gonna have to carry, just for 9 months. For 9 months for a baby that be will be damaged if it be born. So three, if a woman get raped, no woman wants to carry a rape baby. Even later on, raising a rape baby. So automatically a woman will want this procedure done. So five, a woman baby may be deceived, in her, and without this procedure, she will have to carry this baby for 9 months or either risk her life trying to have something that's already deceived in her. So she would have to go 9 months. And then she go 9 months, they pulling a deceived baby out. They're gonna be traumatized to a woman. So if a woman don't have this procedure done with complication, now she will have to carry her baby 9 months, placing her life at risk. So I block ban abortion, across the nation, and I request that abortion remain all across the nation. But all across the nation to have this procedure done. Because I remember that was last year. This woman said the doctor told her your baby deceiving you. So she asking him if he gonna, take it out. And he was like, no, because they banned the abortion. Now, a woman is risking her life carrying the deceased baby in her or carrying something that is having complication that it needs to come out. And when you're banning the abortion, she have to risk her life by carrying a baby in her for 9 months. So I blocked the ban abortion across the nation, and I request that abortion remain all across the nation for all women to have this procedure done. So that's the abortion of update on that. So we have another update. Mifepristone, the abortion pill. The United States Supreme Court Justice Samuel blocked the lower court ruling that imposed tightened restriction on access to abortion pill of this abortion pill, Mifepristone. So now the court ruling are on hold. So they have it on hold right now. So the district judge may issue a sweeping order against this pill. And this pill is a drug that is needed for pregnancy and miscarriage. So women across the nation, have been using this pill for 23 years. FDA had approved this abortion pill, since 2000. So it's good if FDA approve it. So I block the enforcement of the laws that ban abortion pill, Mifepristone, and I request that the abortion pill, remain, and taken off hold. So FDA approved this pill. So and they've been taking for 22 years. They've been taking for 23 years. So this pill is good. So I request for all the women all across the nation to continue using this pill that have been approved for 23 years. You know, um, and it been approved. So I blocked the enforcement of the law that banned abortion pill. So this abortion pill and abortion. I ban any I block any ban abortion, and I block for the pill to remain. So they block the pill, and they also block the abortion. So just for the abortion and the pill we talk about now. Now we've been having so much mass shooting by mistake. So we had this young boy. This young boy, 16 years old. He run the wrong doorbell. Just only trying to pick up his younger siblings. And this boy was unarmed, and he was no threat to this man. So this man shot this boy in the head, and then shot him again. So when he came out, he saw that it was a child. This boy was unharmed, and he was no threat to him. And he said he was frightened. He was scared. But this boy owner was trying to pick up his kids. So if this boy wanted to harm him, he will not ring the doorbell. If somebody want to harm you and break in your house, you think they're gonna ring the doorbell? They will not ring the doorbell. So thank God he is alive. He at home recovering. So this man, should take accountability of his reckless, gun violence, innocent mistake. You have to be careful. It's so many innocent mistakes is getting killed or getting shot. So I request that he be charged of his reckless gun violence, and he was not careful and caused an innocent person life. And now he at home being recovering. Thank God he's still alive. So you have to start taking responsibility, of reckless, gun violence. They allow him to be free, but I request that he be charged for this reckless incident that he occurred. So that's on ring the wrong doorbell. And then also, just been having back to back. So we had Alabama, mass on the shooting at a birthday party. So all four young victims, killed at Alabama's Sweet 16 party are identified as investigation. So 32 was hurt in this shooting, you know, at this birthday party. And this happened on a Saturday. The Saturday that just passed. The Abraham Law Enforcement Agency had updated the number of people injured during the shooting Saturday night. So the police are still investigating the incident and trying to find the motive of the suspect. So I think today they have announced that they found a couple of the suspects. So we can't stop these massive shootings, but I am updating these policies to stop this shooting. Get less guns off the street, less stores selling these guns. We can get the stores to stop selling these guns until they have a background check. We'll have less guns out here on the street. So that's on the story of the birthday party. So we had another shooting. We had these shootings back to back. This a cheerleader, she got into a wrong car by mistake. So two Texas cheerleader, was shot at the one getting into the wrong car. The cheerleader had her, she got out of her friend's car, to get into her own vehicle, but mistakenly picked the wrong car. There was a man in the passenger seat, so she retreated back to her friend's vehicle. So two high school cheerleaders was shot after one of them mistakenly tried to enter in the wrong vehicle in a car parked near Austin, Texas. So this charge is most often applied when weapons are used reckless and someone's life is put at risk. In this case, it's a third degree felony which carry a mistake penalty of 10 years in prison. We have all these accidents, accidents that's happened. All these reckless gun violence, so there was a man in a passenger seat, so she retreated back to her friend to let her friend know, and she see the guy got out of his got out the car, and rolled. She rolled her window down, and she was trying to now they make mistake, it got in the wrong car, and then they tried to apologize to the man, and he didn't want to accept the apology. So they tried to apologize to him, and he just threw his hands up, and he pulled out a gun, and he just started shooting at all of them. He just started shooting. He didn't want to hear no apology. He didn't want to hear anything. So this victim of reckless gun violence, innocent mistake cost someone life. So that's another reckless gun violence. So we have another one. I mean, we just been having a back to back. Now this person here got in the wrong, drove in the wrong driveway. So New York man charged with a murder and shooting a woman who went up the wrong driveway. So the woman fatally shot after going up the wrong driveway. A man had been charged with a murder after he shot and killed a young woman who was in a car that mistakenly pulled into his driveway in upstate New York. This was in New York. So the incident occurred on Saturday night, just before 10 o'clock p.m. Now, the group of 4 young adults was looking for a friend's house. They were looking for a friend's house. So in the area when they drove their car up, the wrong driveway, they were turning around. I guess when they realized it was the wrong driveway, they started turning around, and homeowner identified as a 65-year-old man, Kevin. He came outside with a gun. He fired at the vehicle, according to Washington County Sheriff Department. So the victim of reckless gun violence, another reckless gun violence, killing an innocent mistake, should not cost people their life. So that's the wrong, going into the wrong driveway. So this is for across the nation. Reckless gun violence. You know, gun violence, reckless, handling a firearm without being careful. You know, because if someone not harming you, they're not threatening you, not coming in your house, not trying to steal your car, you should not be reckless with these guns and you constantly hurting or either killing innocent people just by making a mistake. You know? So, one, it should be unlawful for any person, to handle reckless, a firearm, so as to endanger the life, properly of any person violating this section should be guilty of a class one misdemeanor. So two, any person who handle any firearm, in a manner as to show a reckless, disregard for human life and causes the serious bodily injury of another person resulting in a permanent and significant physical imprisonment is guilty of class 6 felony. So there have been records, gun violence, back to back. I mean, just ridiculous. Ringing around, doorbell, going the wrong driveway, you know, making a mistake getting the wrong car. You thought it was your car. It costing a lot of people life for the person that's handling this gun is just being reckless and not being careful. So they have been reckless gun violence back to back. One, had mass shooting at a 16th birthday party. So you can't even have a birthday party no more these days. A shooting gonna break out. So two, we had a teenager running around doorbell just trying to pick up his brothers. And he got shot in the head, then got shot again. The man came out and saw it was a child. He saw that the person wasn't even trying to harm him, and he just shot him and shot him again. So three, a cheerleader that was leaving from the school, got into the wrong car, thought it was their car, and got shot. So four, a woman got shot from she drove in the wrong driveway. She drove in the wrong driveway and it cost her, and she got shot. So you will be accountable of your action, of reckless gun violence, shooting and killing innocent people by making a mistake. Now I can see if they threaten you, approaching you to try to harm you, or try to get in your house, but if somebody mistake, getting the wrong driveway, ringing the doorbell, that could be an honest mistake, but it shouldn't cost no one life. It shouldn't cost no one life by making an honest mistake. We have real crime out here. Real crime out here going on. But only the innocent people is getting killed and shot. It's kind of going backwards. So you have to be careful. And if they're not threatening you, harming you, approaching you, going in your house, or they raise up and put a gun on you, you should not be reckless with your firearm. Or you'll have to be responsible for your action. So if we keep having reckless gun violence, our question will be charged. You will be accountable for your action. Because you have to be careful. We have real crime out here. You got sick people going on in schools and churches and everywhere, just killing children. So we don't need innocent people getting killed. We need to get the crime off the street, not the innocent people off the street. So we have to be careful of you using your firearm. You shot the man, the boy, in the head. And you came out and saw that he was a boy, that he was no threat and no harm, and you shot him again. That seemed like he was intentionally wanting to keep shooting this boy. And I request that he take responsibility for his action. So that's all the news I have for you on today. Um, that was a lot I had to cover tonight. We talking about the abortion. You know, um, I blocked the ban abortion. For us to be unbanned. And request I request that all women still be able. I request that abortion, remain for all women to continue on having this procedure done. So that's on abortion. Yeah, I block ban abortion and I request that abortion remain all across the nation. And we talk about this Mifepristone, this birth control pill. I mean, the abortion pill. FDA had approved this pill that they have been using for 23 years. And I question the abortion pill, remain, for all women across the nation to continue on using. And I question it be taken off hold. FDA approves this pill. So I request for all women across the nation to continue using this pill that have been approved already. you know. And so we talk about all this reckless gun violence, ringing the wrong doorbell, shooting at a birthday party, a cheerleader got in the wrong car trying to find her car. Then we had the wrong person had drove in the wrong driveway and got shot. All these is reckless gun violence. That you have to start taking. You have to be responsible for your action. Because if we keep having these regular gun violence back to back, you know, you will be charged of your reckless gun violence. You know, so 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 we will keep having reckless gun violence. And I request that you will be charged for your action. Because you have to be careful. Because you got innocent people being killed. Innocent people being killed, innocent people getting shot, and you're walking away saying you're not guilty. No, you have to be charged for your reckless gun violence. So that's all the news I have for you today. And I see y'all on the next video. Have a blessed and safe night.